Hi girl campers, I'm here at the Kentucky Horse Park and there is a Shasta convention and I'm going to introduce you to actually a fellow girl camper who's here from Cincinnati with her Shasta. This is Sarah.
Hello, I'm Sarah Summers and this is my 2015 reissue of the 1961 Shasta. We are up here for a rally this weekend. We've got 30 different Shastas of the 19-foot and the 16-foot variety, as well as a few older ones. And then we have like 55 members that are here today. So today we did tours of our campers to show everybody kind of what they were. Basically in 2015 they did a 70-year reissue of the 1961 Shasta because that was their best-selling model. So they did a 19-foot and they did a 16-foot, and then they did, from the manufacturer, they did the Butternut Yellow, the Seafoam Green, and then the Matador Red. And then some dealerships also did a Flamingo Pink. So we have 4 Flamingo Pinks total, and then 40% of all campers are the Seafoam Green, 40% are the Matador Red, and then 20% are the Butternut Yellow, and then 20% of all the campers made are the 19-foot. So this is actually the rarest of the rare. Awesome. Other than the pink ones.
Well, let's step inside.
It is actually the Citrus Shanty. That's what we have named ourselves. So everything is kind of done in little citrus patterns. And we have actually done a little bit of modifications to it. So under this is a dinette. We can, right now it's a permanent bed. So we have a little bed space that we use, and everything was kept with the original scallops. So they tried to bring as much of the original flair as they could to the campers. We have a reproduction of the original light, reproduction of the original cabinets, and we also have pretty much the same floor plan. The only difference is we have an refrigerator instead of the ice box, and it's in a different place.
I love your curtains. Did they come?
So that is the standard curtain. I'm getting new ones done, and then the awning is the standard as well. We're getting new one of that too. So when they made these, they didn't come with AC, because back in the 60s they didn't have AC. So they actually just had the furnace, which was down here, and ours is having a little bit of issues, so we're repairing it right now. But so this whole section underneath here was just furnace. But when they remade it in 2015, they had room to add, you know, different things. So they added an air conditioner and a furnace. And then instead of having the ice box here, they moved it to a refrigerator up here, because our refrigerators now are bigger.
Oh, nice.
And they're also, you know, electric. So this is where all the electric is. And they've added some wonderful amenities to it. So we actually have back here, this doesn't come normally. This pulls out into a bed, and this actually folds down into a bunkie. So you have up to 3 beds back here. And then my husband actually made this because we didn't have a dining space, and when it rains, we didn't have anywhere to play cards or eat our dinner. So this is our little dining space.
I love that.
We have a bathroom here. We have a closet here. And this is actually my second camper. We started out in a 16-foot Seafoam, and we upgraded to the 19-foot Butternut Yellow. But yellow is my favorite, so I just love it.
It's adorable.
We found this one for sale in Chicago, and I had my husband a bag packed before he even got home.
That's great. So is it a wet bath, or is it a full? It's a.
So I don't know how he's got it in, but it is a full wet bath. We just had some things hung up, but yeah, it's a full wet bath, and it works. We use it. It came with a like little shower curtain thing that we have there. All of the windows, they actually had her remake the original windows that were in the camper. That's a company that's still around, so they just had to pull out the blueprints.
The company is called Her?
Yeah, Her Windows. So they actually just had them pull out the blueprints for the old windows and remake those as well. There was a lot of thought that went into this to keep it original, because the owner of the company that did it actually had an original 1961 Shasta, and he wanted to let everybody have that, you know, that nostalgia and everything like that. So he actually, I believe, has a Matador red one, if I remember correctly. But he remade these so everybody could kind of have the nostalgia, and then also he remade them so they were a little bit taller, because he's a tall guy. He's like 6 foot or something, and in his original, his head rubbed the top of the Shasta, but because, you know, the technology's a little bit better, they don't need as much bracing, or they can use different materials or something along that line. I'm not hugely technical on that part, but he was able to make it so that it was comfortable for a taller male to be in here. So it's fun.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a peek at the outside now so you can see how cool this color is. Just one more swing around here. Such a cute bed. Look, they've got all their little yellow comforter. All right, let's head outside.
Mat is just a regular, you know, plastic mat. You can buy them online. The awning actually came with the camper. It was an option. And we've actually had to be kind of creative with how we were able to string up lights, because there's not a lot of lights on the outside. So we actually got, if anybody has an awning, binder clips are amazing for that. So we're actually working on getting a new awning, because this one's getting a little bit worn now. It's a few years old, and we're just gonna, you know, get something that more matches the theme of the Citrus Shanty.
So this came with it,
yeah,
and you have to like unpack it and put it in your truck every time?
So we unpack it and we put it underneath.
Okay.
The underneath storage goes all the way across like it would in a traditional camper. We use that to store like our chairs, different tools that we need, because, you know, you always want to have a little bit of something so that if something breaks on the way, kind of like we have a little issue with our AC, you're able to fix it as you go. But yeah, we have a lot of our stuff, and then underneath this is storage as well. We keep all of our kitchen stuff, our cast iron pots and pans. I cook a lot over the fire. I love cooking over the fire. This is actually the first time ever we've brought something to cook with other than on the fire. Like, I've never used the stove in there. I love cooking. That's my thing. Yeah. But, so we did a few upgrades out here as well. We got a bigger tank for our propane, and then we also got electric jack, which really helps with the with leveling out the camper and making it, you know, so that our refrigerator works and things like that.
So the 2015s did not come with electric?
Yeah, they did not come with the electric. They just had the crank. And then these, I think, are original to the camper. And then for the back, we always found that it was more not level in the back than it was in the front. Typically the front is kind of, you know, campsites we've had, like, it tapers off and it kind of tapers this way. So we actually got scissor jacks in the back so that we could level it out a little bit easier just with a tool. So it was a lot quicker to set up.
There's your Shasta wings.
Yeah, yeah, I love the wings. We actually had an original 1959 Shasta originally, and that's what got us onto this, because we were going to redo it, and it was perfect floor, we thought perfect skin, and then the windows were all still good in it, but once we started taking out the paneling to redo it, we realized somebody had used it for target practice, and there was just, it was like a starry night sky, so that was not fun.
No.
So we decided that that was too big of a project for us, and we saw these and we were like, this is it. Because we used to do a lot of tent camping, and then we moved up to a teardrop camper, so just a little queen size bed on wheels essentially. And then from there we kind of moved to this, because it's a lot easier to take the dogs with us and things. We don't have them this weekend, but it's a lot easier to take the dogs with us and things like that, because you know they're secure at night inside your camper, where with the teardrop, you know, they can't go swim in the lake and then get in your bed with you. They're kind of outside, and I didn't really like that.
Right. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Sarah. Your camper is adorable. What was it? What's the name of it again?
So if you want to come back here, we actually have it logoed on the back. I just got this week. I'm so excited. So this is our Citrus Shanty.
So cute.
Yeah, and we actually do. My family does all the.
Oh, you do the logos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Logos
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the Citrus Shanty, and this is probably my lifetime camper. Keep it up and going that long.
Well, I love it. It's adorable. Thank you so much.
Yeah.